Hello everyone, I welcome you to this segment once again on newspaper review here in First Next News Port Harcourt. I am Kings Ojalo. I will be taking you through all our newspaper platforms within the country. Sit back, relax while I put you through. Now we will be starting from the Daily Monitor. On the Daily Monitor newspaper, we have Dangote Refinery dismisses shutdown claims, maintains 50 million litre PMS daily outputs. Now, boldly written on that newspaper platform, we have Wike APC National Secretary in verbal war over rivers. Still on that newspaper platform, return, Nigeria needs leadership, not your Paris menu, articles tells Tinubu. Still on the Daily Monitor, we have in page 2, Tinubu writes Senate to confirm board members of NMDPRA, NUPRC. Now moving to page 2 as well. Court gives EFCC go ahead to temporarily freeze 30.7 million naira linked to alleged NNPC fraud. Now on page 4, insecurity, Gobe bans scrap dealers, begins tenant profiling. Now moving to the next newspaper platform, which is the Matrix newspaper. On the top, we have Dangote Refinery quenches shutdown reports, affirms steady output of 50 million litres PMS daily. I am still president, defiant Maduro tells U.S. court, denies drug charges. You find that in page 3 of the Matrix newspaper. Now we also have Tinubu Wike romance, threatens as APC FCT minister trade tackles. You find that in page 3 of the Matrix newspaper. Oil gas sector reforms. Tinubu seek Senate confirmation for new NUPRC, NMDPRA boards. Now moving to the next newspaper platform, which is the Guardian newspaper. On page 3, Venezuela treatment, lesson to Nigeria, ADC warns Tinubu. We also have in page 2 of the Guardian newspaper, Maduro pleads not guilty in U.S. court, says I am still president. We have in page 3 as well, Osun APC accuses state government of inducing LG crisis, seek NGC intervention. Now boldly written in page 6, tax reform risks sluggish uncertain execution timelines over TADI NSW. Now we also have APC draws battle line with Wike over river political control. You find that in page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. FG reduces new measures to cope WAEC, NECO exam malpractices. You find that in page 8 of the Guardian newspaper. We also have equities break 100 trillion naira barriers as 14 firms control 50% of markets. Now, in page 8, Ondo court shuts down as judiciary workers begin indefinite strike. Now, Obi charged FG on killings, spray over 40 slain in Niger. You find that in page 25. Now, Southeast-Southwest Alliance shortest route to Igbo presidencies, says Carlo. You find that in page 25. Now, moving to the First Daily. On the First Daily newspaper, resign as minister, face reverse politics, APC International Secretary blasts Wike. Now, we also have Tinubu appoint Magnus Abe as NUPRC chairman, seeks Senate approval. We have Maduro faces U.S. courts on narco terrorism drug charges. Boldly written, $9.7 million terror financing case. Court denies bail to Bauchi commissioner. Orders. On the bottom left, presidency dismisses AI claims over Tinubu Kagame Paris photo. We also have INEC begins second phase of nationwide voters registration. Still on that newspaper platform, PSC warns against illegal police recruitment fees, target middlemen. Now still on that platform, Venezuela crisis, ADC fought FG silence, warns Nigeria. We have ex-Abia governor Theodore Oji deferred from PDP to ADC. Now moving to the Blueprint newspaper. On the Blueprint newspaper, fresh Niger attack, Secure my 5 adopted children. Parents beg government. We also have Governor Umba tax Enugu MDAs on 870 billion naira IGR targets. We also have on that newspaper platform Wike APC International Secretary Basiru log horns over rivers. Now moving to the leadership newspaper. On the leadership newspaper, we have in page 21, Wike ruling party national scribe clash over rivers politics. You find that in page 21 of the leadership newspaper. Hold your governors accountable. Employers Association urge Nigerians. You find that in page 7 of the leadership newspaper. We have 19 banks meet new capital requirement ahead of March 31st deadline. You find that in page 4 of the leadership newspaper. Governor introduces candidate tackling to score exam fund. You find that in page 23 of the leadership newspaper. 2027, we will surprise those underrating us in Kano, says Kwankwaso. You find that in page 21. Dangote Refinery dismisses shutdown claims, says it maintains 50 million liters daily petrol outputs. Now, boldly written, 19 bank meets new capital requirements ahead of March 31st deadline. You find that in page 4. Now, let's move to the Punch newspaper. On the Punch newspaper, insurgency, AU extend Nigeria orders joint military operation. You find that in page 3 of the Punch newspaper. Sahara Group I 7,000 MW in major power sector push. You find that in page 23 of the Punch newspaper. Joshua may quit boxing after car crash. That is in page 30 of the Punch newspaper. Now, moving to page 9. Nigerians cut household spending by 14 trillion naira as inflation beats hard. You find that in page 6 of the Punch newspaper. Now, boldly written, 2027 battle, river crisis escalates as top APC governors back Fubara. You find that in page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Now, still in Venezuela, Maduro arraigned in U.S. court amid protests. You find that in page 7 of the Punch newspaper. Now, let's go to the Vanguard newspaper. On the Vanguard newspaper, terrorists adopt passengers in busy Kwara highway. That is in page 13 of the Vanguard newspaper. Still on the Vanguard, Trump sets sight on Greenland, threatens Cuba, Colombia, Mexico. You find that in page 49 of the Guardian newspaper. Still on the Guardians, Wike APC scribe on war paths over rivers. Now, Super Eagles trash Bombers 4-0. Zoom into quarterfinals. You find that in page 56 of the Vanguard newspaper. Now moving to the Daily Trust. On the Daily Trust, we have Wike APC International Secretary clash over Fubara. Still on the Daily Trust, Boko Haram IED kills 6 soldiers in Borno. Now we have Nigeria crush Mozambique to reach AFCON quarterfinal. Boldly written on that newspaper platform, Governor Yusuf defection beyond Kano. Now, on the bottom of that newspaper platform, we have 469 Kano children die of malnutrition in 6 months. We also have in that platform, banks credit to private sectors drop by 1.3 trillion naira in 1 year. We also have INEC begins second phase of voters registration. Find that in page 30. Now, we also have student protest against kidnapping in Edo. Now, moving to the Daily Sun newspaper. PDP crisis. Turaki Wike camp renew fight. Find that in page 6 of the Daily Sun newspaper. Boldly written, Wike APC scribe fight over Fubara. You find that in page 6 as well. Now, coming to the bottom line, Governor Oti, the tribe won't stop Tinubu APC victory in 2027. That is coming from Orji Kalu. Now we also have security beef up as LG workers resume in Oshu. Find that in page 27 of the Daily Sun. Now we have FG OK's TIFA measures against exam malpractices. You find that in page 27 as well. Now moving to the last newspaper for today, which is coming from the Voice of Liberty. On the Voice of Liberty, INEC kicks off second phase of nationwide voter registration. Still on that newspaper platform, ADC slams Tinubu silence over Venezuela crisis. Now going to Borno State, 6 soldiers fell dead in IED explosion. Boldly written on that newspaper platform. Tinubu constitutes oil and gas regulators board. Tinubu constitutes oil and gas regulators board. Seek Senate approval. Still on that paper, Yobe boat accident, death toll rises to 29. Resign and face your Rivers politics. APC National Secretary blast Wike. Now on the bottom line of that newspaper, Tinubu reforms yielding results already. FG assures Nigeria. And that is all we have on this segment on newspaper review. Thanks for being with me. I am Kings Ojalo. It's a bye for now.